Welcome to Samvad. Today I am at Cochin Shipyard.
In my behind, this is
ISC, indigenous aircraft carriers, getting ready to hand over to Indian Navy. Today I have a special guest with me, Sri Madhu S. Nair. He is the chairman of Cochin Shipyard. ISC was a major challenge and opportunity before Cochin Shipyard. How you see after this completion of this project?
See, the opportunities that's been presented by ISC, it's actually perfected a lot of systems in the company. It has elevated the thinking and the capabilities to a different level.
Right.
To touch a few of these points like about design and engineering capabilities, this has been stepped up by a significant level. In fact, one of the core areas for any high-tech vessel is extreme strength on your design and engineering, which is not visible outside, but only if you have that design and engineering strength, you can actually move forward. So that has been, it's at a very high level because you see this mammoth.
Can you give the specification details?
See, this vessel is about 260 meter long, and it displays us. The naval ship is always called by a displacer. It displaces about slightly upwards of 40,000 tons. Now, from a power point of view, it's propelled by 4 gas turbines, each of which is 24,000 megawatt, 24,000 kilowatt each. Then there's an electrical power plant on the ship, which is 8 diesel alternators, each generating about 3,000 kilowatt. So that's about 24 megawatt. Technically can power half the city of Cochin, you know, that kind of power. And all the figures on the ship, those are interesting in the kilometers of piping, about 2,400 kilometers of electrical cables. So the significance is actually, it's almost a 18-story building. About 1,600 people can live comfortably. There's a full-fledged hospital on board with full operation theatre, scan systems and other things. So what happens when you take up such a large system is, you can build ships, but when you integrate systems, and the systems must talk to each other, that's what we call network-centric systems. So the confidence of handling large-scale network-centric systems, that's extremely high too. And we can make sure that any complicated system which needs large-scale integration, because these days, you know, like you're moved into the era of, for example, on this vessel, we have a integrated platform management system, what we would otherwise call a fly-by-wire system. So it can all be controlled from consoles and from remote locations. So these skills have been acquired, and this can be taken across, and this is what the world needs for new generation vessels.
You call it as ISC, indigenous aircraft carrier. The word indigenous is actually really exciting for all of us.
Yeah.
How it happened?
See, this thought process, again, the credit must go to the thought process in the Indian Navy. Because see, you're aware that India had an aircraft carrier earlier, which was the old HMS Hermes, which served India for long. Then we had the present aircraft carrier, what we have is INS Vikramaditya, which also came from abroad. So the thought process was very strong in the Navy. And this thought process is again coming from the Indian Navy, and especially amongst the 3 services, the Navy drove this right at the start. But they felt that unless you actually design and engineer ships in India, and to the extent possible, the Navy calls this by a different configuration. The colloquial term they use is, they say, float, power and the fire part.
Okay.
Amongst which, you know, like they wanted indigenization in all the aspects. Now, this thought process being driven by the Navy, so they wanted this, they schemed this as a, see, it was not schemed as an indigenous aircraft carrier. It was originally schemed as a air defense ship. It was called an ADS even when we started off. You know.
Okay.
And then it actually became a full-blown aircraft carrier. Today, the complete basic design, which happened at the Indian Navy Design Directorate in Delhi, the complete functional design, detail engineering, down to the last detail in Cochin Shipyard, complete construction, and when you are talking about equipment and systems, Today we have coined the word Atmanirbharata, which was always there, but then the Atmanirbhar Bharat cuts very strongly with us. You can say with confidence, this vessel from a value point of view is 76% Atmanirbhar. And the confidence as you move forward into the next is this figure can be.
And what are these 24%?
These are the aviation flight complex as we call it, because the planes are still not Indian. The Indian planes will also fly from this. The LCA will fly from this, but then there are other planes also that flies from this. So some of the AFC components, large, that is the thing which is there. There is the gas turbines which had the foreign component, but which has actually been implemented in India through Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. So see, the great feel here is when I talk Atmanirbhar, see, from Cochin Shipyard it gives me great pride, but it gives me even more greater pride talking as an Indian.
Right.
Because see here, just look at the companies that's involved. Bharat Electronics Limited, BHEL, Tata Advanced Systems, Larsen & Toubro, Kirloskar Oil Engines, Kirloskar Pneumatics, the large scale, our Steel Authority of India Limited, the DRDO labs, about 100 and odd MSMEs directly on this. So there's a lot of Indian flavor that's come into it. So this whole thrust on indigenization and this Atmanirbhar part.
And this yard was working on 24/7.
See, the initial part was the design and engineering part. Then it was in the fabrication stages.
Okay.
There were when you came, there were blocks all over the shipyard. Then we launched the vessel in 2013. So from then onwards, the vessel is in water. Then we call various systems are put through the final outfitting, test, commissioning stage. And we have on a given day, we have about 2,500. You can see the kind of people that's coming in even now, you know,
right,
like
right.
So the kind of finishing works, because we need to now prepare the vessel for commissioning, you know. So we call it the clean ship, just to get this clean, because it's a mammoth place, you know. So the yard worked continuously on this.
All these are shipyard workers or they are contract labor?
No, it's a combination. It's a combination of people. So we have turnkey people, we have people significantly from Kerala, we have people from other states. So again, this is an all India effort that's happening.
What is the future of green shipping? Actually, you mentioned about green shipping in your speech last day also. Can you elaborate on that concept, and also how Cochin Shipyard is prepared to emerge into this new market?
When it's coming to technology, when it's coming to engineering, it's all going to be about sustainability. So we call this green. Now, when you're talking about green in shipping, we need to understand, like, shipping is, you can have, for example, you're seeing boats here. Right. So this is extremely near coastal. Then you will have a little bit coastal. Then you will have high sea. So if you roughly divide this into these three categories, each one will have a different challenge. For the near coastal, probably we move significantly into electrics, so that you have charging either from the shore or by various other methods. For the mid levels, you will have various type of non-carbon, non-fossil fuels, and for the high sea shipping also, you will have various type of less carbon fuels. But this is non-reversible. This will move forward. It is only a matter of time. The advanced countries who can afford this, because this transition, there's a costly transition. Somebody has to take this cost. And this cost will have to be taken by the states, by the governments, by the country. Because the returns are not business. The business returns are not commercial, the returns are economic in nature.
Doing with your own technology?
We are certain things, see, we may not be able to do all the technology. So we will have to do technology adaptation to a large extent. See, we are today working on building India's first truly indigenous fuel cell vessel, hydrogen fuel cell vessel. So the hydrogen fuel cell vessel, the technology, we are teamed up with a Indian tech major headquartered in Pune. We have various others involved, and we are doing the complete integration. The ship part is being handled by us. There are other projects where we are involved, where the technology is imported. But as we move forward, we will see more and more. For example, you will see batteries. There are a lot of companies coming into the country. We will see more and more Indian components coming.
Cochin Shipyard is one of the largest PSU in Kerala. How you change the economy of the state and especially the Cochin city?
We feel, see, where we are now, there's a high level of confidence. Today, Cochin Shipyard is accepted from a technology point of view, from a trustworthy point of view. See, trust is very important. Ships are this big business. You don't want to put your money and then not get something. This is from a commercial perspective. We have reached a level of trust where in Europe, Cochin Shipyard is today an accepted brand. We can actually do that. The numbers and other things, we feel we are at a tipping point. And we feel much more will come into Cochin. And it's not just Cochin. See, today we are doing 2 major expansion projects. Just happy to inform you that in Cochin, we are investing about 2,800 crores. So it's a massive investment. So we are actually believing in the capabilities, this odd feel which people had at least some time back that nothing much can be done in Kerala. I think we are exceptions. We are here to prove that unnecessary perceptions wrong. But it's not just about Kerala. We are also expanding a little bit in other parts. So today we have 7 units across India, and each one is going to be specialized. This shipyard in Kochi is going to be mainly for large to mid-size vessels. But we will leverage the shipyard for smaller things to start off, because that is where the confidence comes in and that's where the market will accept us. But once we leverage it, it will come out of, we have now 2 subsidiaries, one in Malpe near Udupi in Karnataka and the other one in Kolkata. So these will come out of those facilities. Ship repair, we are here in Kochi. We have our main base in Cochin Shipyard. International ship repair facility on the land leased from Wellington, Cochin Port Trust in Wellington Island, and 3 units now, Mumbai, Kolkata and Port Blair. So ship repair, we feel ship repair, India, this is eminently suited for India. India can actually be, ship repair is, in civil aviation we call the MRO in civil aviation, the maintenance, repairs and overhauls. Similarly, MRO in shipping, and we feel we can attract much more Indian tonnage, potential for foreign naval forces to be repairing in Kochi. So these are all things which we are looking at.
Definitely everyone wants to know about the future business order of Cochin Shipyard.
Yeah. We are today sitting generally good, but as CMD, you want more because you want your aspirational turnover targets multiplied by about 4 to 5 years, because the gestation period in this business is a bit high. So today I have from the Navy, we have ASW corvettes, 8 numbers, which is about 6,500 crores. We are due to sign contracts for the next generation missile vessels, which will be another 6 vessels, which would be about 10,000 crores. And there are other orders also which I may not be able to talk more on it, but then from Europe, we are sitting pretty close to orders. We have picked up 8 vessels from Germany. This is a very major break for us. Small, mid-sized coastal vessels, but we have entered a niche segment in Germany, which normally people can't enter. These are all clannish businesses, but probably the trust we have, our friends in Europe, who have actually taken vessels from Cochin Shipyard. We have delivered more than 45 ships into West Europe, and those ships are doing the talking for us. So we have recently secured these 8 vessels from Germany, and I can assure you there will be better news to come very, very shortly.
This is a milestone. What will be the future of Cochin Shipyard after 25 years?
I'm probably 25 years, I may not be able to, because in business, the way technology changes, the way thoughts change.
The concept of green shipping that you mentioned earlier.
So all I can say is, we will be a much more stronger knowledge company. We will be, see, in the past also, when the requirements came, we were agile to catch the market. We think business. Let's be very clear. If we are a public sector unit, but it's very clear we think business. We are ready. We are ready for the fight in the open market, and we have done it. Last 30 years we have done it. I can tell you, there's not been, people think that as a government company, you get grants from the government. We get a lot of goodwill. The goodwill is a grant we get from the government. The money is not pumped in by the government. But as we move forward, as a knowledge company, we will do good. We will be agile to catch the emerging trends in the market. As you rightly point out, the near 5 to 10 years, we are seeing significant traction coming on green shipping, advanced technologies, autonomy in various forms, unmanned ships. People would say, do we need unmanned ships? And my answer is we may need unmanned ships, not because we want to replace a human being there, purely from the functional point of view. Certain things which a human being can't do, the machine will do better, and we will actually do. You would have seen in the papers recently, we delivered the first 2 autonomous vessels to Norway. They are talking because they have a shortage of people also. But for us, it could be from a functional point of view. It would come in the defense space. So we have set up a new division called the Strategic and Advanced Solutions. We want to transit very strongly into a knowledge-based company. And that transition, again, I feel is non-reversible.
The fall of Sri Lanka or Colombo will anyway benefit Cochin Shipyard?
From ship repair point of view, positive, absolutely positive, because there was one large shipyard in Colombo, which has been, it's a very good shipyard and they do very well. And Cochin Shipyard and that shipyard is comparable in various ways. And many times we can say we are head and head competitors. So while I wouldn't cherish what is happening over there, but from a pure business point of view, wouldn't mind.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.